Okay, we're about to dive into something pretty surprising. A hidden connection between two things you use all the time in your house. And getting this right, well, it's not just about saving a few bucks. It's about keeping your family a whole lot safer. I know, it sounds a little like a riddle, right? What could a fireplace and a clothes dryer possibly have in common? But trust me, the answer is way more important than you think for both your safety and your bank account. Let's break it down. All right, so first things first, let's talk about the two dangers we're dealing with here, separately. I'm sure you're familiar with both. We'll start with the one that gives us all those cozy winter vibes. Yeah, chimney fires. This is the classic one. Every time you use your fireplace, that smoke leaves behind this sticky, tar-like stuff called creosote. And that gunk building up inside your chimney, it's basically a tinderbox waiting for a spark. It's a huge, well-known risk.
Then you head over to the laundry room and you've got this other thing, dryer fires. And people are really starting to pay attention to this one. It's all caused by that fuzzy stuff, the lint, that sneaks past the little trap in your dryer. Seems harmless, right? But when it clogs up that vent duct, it's a major fire hazard.
Okay, so now let's get into the nitty-gritty of what is actually building up. Because this is where it all starts to click. This is the secret link between that cozy fire and your load of laundry. So here they are, our two culprits. On one side, you've got creosote, that dark, oily residue from smoke. On the other, you have lint, just tiny fibers from your clothes. They couldn't be more different in how they're made, but they have one terrifying thing in common. They are both incredibly flammable fuels, just quietly piling up where you'd never see them. And that is the big aha moment here. We think of these as two totally separate things on our honey-do list, right? Clean the chimney, clean the dryer vent. But when you look at it from a fire safety perspective, you realize, wait a minute, they are literally the exact same problem. I mean, look at how perfectly they line up. The root cause? Flammable stuff building up. Check. The time of year when they're most dangerous? Fall and winter, when you're running the fireplace and drying all those heavy clothes. Check. And the biggest issue? The danger is totally hidden from you. It's inside a vent. This is why the experts, the National Fire Protection Association, give the exact same advice for both. Get them cleaned out once a year. No exceptions. So it kind of makes you think, right? If the problems are basically twins, why aren't we treating the solution the same way? It just makes sense to combine them. This is all about being smart with your home safety, not just creating more work for yourself. Okay, let's talk dollars and cents, because that's important. If you call someone to clean your chimney, that's one price. Then you make another call for the dryer vent, that's another price. All told, you're looking at around $258. But if you're smart about it and book them together in one shot, that price drops down to $239. You save money right off the bat. And hey, those savings really start to stack up. You do that for 5 years, you've just kept almost $100 in your pocket. It's just, financially, it's a no-brainer. But honestly, it's not even just about the money. Think about the convenience. One appointment, one person coming to your house, instead of two separate hassles. You get this built-in accountability, so you know both jobs actually get done. Plus, that technician gets a much better, big-picture look at your home's overall fire risk. That's huge. So what can you expect when they show up? What does the actual visit look like? You're probably thinking it's a huge, messy ordeal, but it's actually super quick and straightforward. The whole thing is usually done in about an hour and a half tops. For the chimney part, they'll brush out the flue, stick a camera up there to make sure everything looks good, and check the outside. Then for the dryer, they'll clear out that entire vent pipe, check the duct itself, and even test the airflow to make sure it's working right. Boom, boom. 2 professional services done and dusted in one visit. All right, so we've talked about the what and the why. The last piece of this puzzle is the when. And believe it or not, timing your service call can make a really big difference. So I was looking at what the pros say, and this one expert, Tim McGirl, he makes a great point. He says the absolute best time to book this is in the spring or summer. Before everyone else starts thinking about it in the fall. You get way more choice in appointments, and you can just relax knowing you're all set before that first cold snap hits. But look, even if it's already fall, the most important thing is just to not put it off. It's never too late to get it done, because waiting another year just means you're letting another year's worth of that dangerous stuff build up in your chimney and your dryer vent. That's a risk you just don't need to take. So that really leaves you with one simple question to think about. Is your home safety plan scattered across 2 different to-do lists? Or is it on one smart combined list?
Because bundling these two things, it's not just about making your life easier. It's a whole new way of looking at home safety. And honestly, it might be the smartest safety move you make all year.